a real big dude.
What in the heck do I want? I mean, the lifelinker probably is as good as the Bronco. I could lose with Lazav again. I could take this 2-4 or this 1-4. Bronco easy. He's not very good. I've had him several times. I like the color black. I don't think the Bronco's deck. I think he's worse than Lazav in a blue-black deck for sure. And he's not much better than that lifelinker. It's one of those cards. It's probably better in the fucking vintage cube than it is in this draft set. Like, people play like a 3/3. Like, you can't play a creature to saddle. You have to, like, I mean, I know you can attack unsaddled, but it's hard to get this thing through for me. Well, hardly for me. Very much not bomb status. That's fine. It's better in constructed than limited, because not everybody's playing a creature every turn. I think I might take Prickly Pear. I think it's a high upside, really. It never does its upside. It's a fine card, but it's not much better than any of the other. It's definitely not better than the 1/3 Death Touch. Uncommon. There's no chance. It might be the new Dark Confidant in Vintage where people don't play blockers. I just don't like anything else here. I could take the stupid Raven. Take a blue-green land. I don't think I'm supposed to take, like, Demonic Ruckus, am I? I don't mean, no offense, but I don't care. I could dive in. This is pretty pivotal pick. Maybe I should just take the creature. If I take this, I don't want Raven. It locks me into red. Yeah, at least it gives me a direction. It's harder for me to mess it up. If I took Desert Stew, I'd be taking this. I think I'd rather have taken Desert Stew at this point, but I think I'll just take this, I guess. I don't want to play mercenary deck. I hate the crew is so bad for me. This card is so bad. You want a possum or a vampire? I know it's trash, but every deck I draft what I think is good, I lose. So whatever, taking a rare. I'm just gonna rare draft. I lost badly, just embarrassingly. My deck was unfunctional. It didn't win a game. Well, then it won 2 matches, but those were once I was 0-2, and I just won some gems. I don't really want to count that. It did go 2-2, but it was still unfunctional. It started 0-2. Well, this was pretty much my fault. I think I drafted it terribly. 0 deserts of any kind. What the hell am I supposed to pick? Robbery, fake your own death, green bleed, rare land. It is a land. I mean, it is a rare. I don't know. If I get terminal agony, I'll want this robbery. 0 deserts. Deserts do is still okay, I guess. Not great. I mean, I'm not really looking to splash, so I'm not looking to take that many deserts anyways. At least not over cards I can play. I mean, I think it's close with the Roadrunner. Normally, I don't think it is, but with my current setup, I can believe it's close with the Roadrunner. I do have 2 other 2-drops. I mean, a Roadrunner's a little bit better than these guys, probably, but he's pretty bad, I think, in general. I'll take another Prickly Pear. Fairly happy with that. Well, if there's any I would never attempt to draft. Green white is up my as the one I would least like to draft, I think. But I don't mind like Abzan or Bant. I don't like Boros. I like it more than green white. I could take a Salvo. I guess I'll take a desert. I have to do. Well, if I draft Boros, I don't try to draft it super aggressively. I don't know. Gruul seems better than maybe green, but I don't fucking know, man. Probably there's no deck that I never attempt to draft. I mean, I at least have already attempted it, right? Beautiful pack. I hated one. Worst format in years. Horrible. Was really supposed to take this thing and put planes in my deck? I don't think so, man. That just seems bad. I don't want to do that. Now maybe I could have played. I'd only have to play like 1 planes, maybe. Gillock Coursers, and it's not even a mercenary, and it's pretty bad, I think. But there's nothing else. I'm gonna run Dirge, I'm sure. Just forgot to move it over. I hate this fucking guy. I don't even know if he's better than a Wolverine. Probably play it all. Well, about 3 Dirges. You even have a 4-drop to go find. I can't play 3 Dirges. These Ravens look like ass. I mean, I'm gonna play this guy. I don't know what to take. I don't think I can play 3 Dirges. There's nothing in this set with cycling. What the fuck are you talking about? That cost 4 mana to sacrifice. Well, there's no red 1-drop. Sal Ping, how can I tell you you're fucking terrible every night and you come back with worse takes every day? It's getting worse and worse. I'm just a failure. This is great with the Dirges. It's something that's worth tutoring for on its own. Nope. You're not. It might have something to do with I see you in literally every other Twitch stream I ever go into. which is basically Ron and Croakies. And both of them are basically getting their fucking asses kicked at limited. So I have a feeling you're kind of taking everything in. Plus, if you're in all 3 of the streams I'm ever in, you're probably in a dozen more. And even if these people are great, they could even be better than me. You can't take what works for 1 and what works for 2 and what works for 3 and what works for 4, combine them, and then it's not going to work for anybody. You're over here taking like the fucking ketchup off the hamburger that I love. Then you're taking like, the fucking strawberry out of the fruit that this one loves. You're taking like a fucking piece of fish over here. And you're then the ice cream, and you're just mixing it all together, and it's terrible. It's a draft analogy. I have no interaction, and I'm going to lose. I hate Link Breaker, but maybe I play it anyways. It's probably fine here with 2 dirges and some 3 drops. I don't know. Let's put it in. I gotta add a lot of cards still, so that one's not but so offensive. I mean, these ravens seem awful to me. They have to just be terrible. Look at this wolf. There's robbery, 5-4, buzzard, and raven. Buzzard's probably better than raven. It's probably buzzard or robbery. Deck's already kind of slow. I don't really want to play this on 3, I guess, anyways. I think. Best of 1, it can still be fine. It's been way noticeable. I play a lot of ravens. I've had 4 in my decks numerous times, and they perform a lot better in best of 1. This motherfucker. I don't know. I mean, I could make guesses for you. But kind of like my light switch. I just know when I turn it that it works. And I noticed the Ravens have been way worse in best of 3. Mostly because you just don't get as tight of a hand. You have the fake shuffle in best of 1. You get benefits cards that want to trigger over and over. That's mostly it, I think. There could be more to it. What about considering that we have 2 dirges and a Mourner's Surprise? I don't know. Yeah, if you have a good-looking Raven deck, it's still pretty good. But it's not as good. I don't think it should be picked as highly. Oh my god. That was really good for them. I didn't even think about that card. What's this guy representing here, anyways? Oh, shit. That's definitely something to represent. Fuck. GG, I don't even know who's winning. Probably me now. Know who's winning? Unless he's got to gain some life. Even then, right? Well, I guess he's not dead. Oh, yeah, he is. He has one other blocker. Throw from the saddle would be particularly. Is this guy crew one? It does. Cool swamp. Oh, he's pogging now. Jesus Christ. I think I'd be better off with a Gila Courser and a 1/1 Death Touch than this flyer. Hard to say. Please. Give me some kind of value before you just make a treasure with Jolene and use it to kill my guy. You have to sack a treasure. Actually, that's wrong. I guess I could have thrown the line breaker on there too, pretty freely. Probably my fault. Yeah, I should have thrown the guy on the first time, I guess. I mean, then he doesn't use it, and then he has it here, but I don't know. It's probably bad either way. Sweet. The fuck? I'm not even sure what spot you're referring to. Well, if you mean with the 2/2 flying lifelink, you're just a moron. If that's what you meant. I could have discarded him, sure. If he's so good that I want to discard him in my opening hand, I probably shouldn't have him in my deck. That's how good he is, right? wonder if he can just get it back or something. Otherwise, it's a pretty good block from me, it feels like. What's he gonna do? Let me cast his Bruce? Like... He's gonna block this if I play this, so... I don't think I need to play it this turn. If I draw a spell, maybe not. I could see now wanting to not discard a land a little bit. I'm just gonna play him. I want to use this to get something different back. Of course he shows up all the time. Anytime you put your last cards into your deck, you're guaranteed to draw them all the time. That's the arena. What I need to do is take my bombs and save them for last. Because if I add the last 3 cards I add into my deck live in my hand. It's been that way for years. GG. Sure. I mean, I thought it might happen, but I don't care that much about this line breaker dying. It could be a good thing. It's not at the moment, I'd say. It could be. Depending if they play like a beaver or something, then at least I still have an attack. I hope it's not the lifelink +1/+1 indestructible. Well, that doesn't bother me much. Against a deck with all flyers, it's pretty bad too. I mean, it's never that good. Better here than normal, at least. You want to know why it represents a lot of reach here? Because I developed my board instead of just throwing it out there willy-nilly. Oh man, just making that Cacturantula unblockable does a lot of damage there. Even know what he targeted. Might have been the 1/1 just to make me block. No. Well, I don't want that. It's red, and I only have one red source. Just that. Buddy, I don't know what's right to play. Oh, you can sacrifice with that cool thing. I forgot about that. Shit, that might be great. Still probably won't do it, but maybe. I don't even know what that means. Vile Smasher back, then spam the board with mercs. No clue. Magic Spoon! Thank you for the subscription! Can't play a bunch of Outlaws. What are you talking about? Two is a bunch? Two is a couple where I come from. That's once a turn? I didn't know he was once a turn. I thought I could just... Shit, I almost fucked that up. That's what I thought I did. I messed it up. Well, this buzzard better live or I got nothing. Was he hovering all around in the air like these guys are? I mean, no, it was the middle of the night for me. It was not fun. Lasts almost a month. But if you sign up for an account, you only have a week. Well, for one, I have this card in my hand that gets cheaper for creatures in your graveyard. Also, just having it in your deck often means that. And I have 2 dirges in my deck. And another card. I have 3 cards in my deck to get creatures back from my graveyard, and this even in my hand. And your opponents may also have cards similar to this, right? So when you mill them, it can help them too. Mostly I mill them when I want to commit a crime. Or have a deck that doesn't have a whole hell of a lot of win cons, maybe sometimes. So I got paired up once. There should be no, honestly, draft shouldn't need to be ranked. Every time you open a fresh set of packs, everyone's on equal footing. Sometimes I'll draft a terrible deck. Drafting by the record you have with your deck, I think, is just way, it pairs better. Especially when you have like 7 games with it or whatever. Like if you're platinum and you're 2-2, would you rather play against like a diamond that's also 2-2 or a platinum that's like 6-1? That's kind of what it's doing. When the matchup would be like way off, it'll pair you with, you know, a rank that's off. I think that having a rank is great, but I think pairing by the rank is just kind of stupid. For a paid entry event. I think it works great for constructed. You're supposed, the first measure is record. The second measure is rank. But it's not always like if you're like Mythic, they're probably gonna pair you with like, and you're like 3-2, they'll probably pair you with a diamond that's like, you know, 4-2 before they pair you with a 3-2 in bronze. Like there's some give and take to it, I guess, right? Shit, I'm at 9? Do I even care if he blocks this Roadrunner? Guess I should care. He's gonna always block this Courser, though. What am I thinking? I'm being stupid now. You shouldn't get punished for winning. It costs the same for everybody to enter the draft. This has been a good run for the Bronco. Like, he keeps running into things with 2 toughness. Makes him look pretty damn good. Because I didn't know what I was going to cast for my turn. Plus, if I drew like a trick or something, I wanted to be able to cast it. Also, I'm not a little bitch that's worried about taking a few damage. All of those things. Obviously, you can deal a few damage too, so it's not all about a little bitch, but you know. Yeah, good for you. What do you say, Badot Noop? You say you make a play here. You've played your land. You've had to have thought that through. Yeah, that's a big part of your turn, right? Is deciding. Okay, townsfolk it is. See, I should have thought my turn through better. I should have cast this first if I was going to cast it. I wasn't punished. What a deck. What a monster deck. Oh, how this deck did as good as it did. It had 3